make sure all the instructions are loud and clear, and see to it that you keep an eye on those tellers and make sure that they do what you tell them to do. And have this ready for when we blow.
I'm clear on the plan.
Louie, I want everyone in that bank terrified something's gonna happen. Remember the cameras and try not to make a movie star out of yourself.
Yeah, I got it.
Huey, just keep this motor running and you better be there when we get out. Do you understand me?
This ain't my first rodeo, Uncle Donald.
Just don't let it be your last.
Anybody else want to do something stupid? Girly girl, out here, on the ground, now. Okay, everybody on the ground, and I want you to bury your heads into your arms and close your eyes. And do not trip the alarms, or this will be the worst day of your entire lives.
Clear! You, down! Down! You, up! Up!
All right, you all heard him. So please get down on the ground where I can see you.
Move! Move! Fall! Fall! Open it. Hey.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna be out of here in less than 3 minutes.
Louie, shut your mouth. Don't talk to these people.
Now, we don't have to make these women cry.
Dewey, Louie, shut up! Both of you!
Uncle Donald.
Hey, what's she doing? She reaching for the alarm?
Are you trying to ring that alarm, lady?
No, I wasn't, I swear!
If you're lying to me, I'm gonna do something crazy.
I'm not lying, please, I'm pregnant!
I don't care.
She's pregnant, man, just lay off!
Back off. We're almost out of here. Just keep your heads down and your eyes shut, or you'll all regret what happens next.
Lord, please deliver us safely from these angry men.
Hey, girl, shut up.
You're all good and powerful, and I know you protect us. Put this behind us as quickly as you can.
Kid, I'm not kidding.
Back off, Dewey!
I'll take you both out.
Dewey! Back! Get ready to blow.
Try to stop.
Louie, you idiot! You missed the manager! I'll kill you, do you hear me? You'll pay for pulling that alarm. It's the last thing that I do!
If you're gonna shoot him, then shoot him. But we gotta go now.
Blow it!
Lord, help these men.
Huey just better be out there.
Okay, it's over now.
Uncle Donald went out the back door!
Then this ain't your lucky day, Louie!
Hurry now, let's hurry.
You gotta be kidding me. Don't stop. Why'd you stop?
I'm not a murderer.
No, you're a moron.
Don't take all the money.
You jerk. You ran into the car.
So sorry, guys. I completely forgot it was Wednesday. Couldn't remember if I put the decaf on.
That's what I'm talking about. I need it today.
Put it right in there, buddy.
Well, unlike these old fogies, Barney, I will have myself some honest-to-God American coffee.
Okay. Would you like that in the kitty cup?
Hey, Pete, you don't look good. Are you all right? Just tired. Bev got called into work last night, that accident on the turnpike.
Yeah, I saw that on the news. That looked bad.
It's just I can't sleep when she's not there.
I know, but it said in the paper that everybody lived. No doubt thanks to her, right?
Oh, no, she's good at her job. But she was just falling asleep as I'm getting up to come here. And then I'm creeping around my own house like a cat burglar. Like the good old days.
Like the good old days, huh?
I'm gonna get blueberry pie. What are you gonna get? I'm gonna get the vanilla cake.
How was everything?
Oh, so good.
Great. Is he coming today, or?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where he is.
Oh, well, I'll just keep it warm for him.
All right, good idea.
While we're waiting, anybody want to see a new trick?
Oh, Peyton, you always call it a new trick, but back me up on this. It's usually the same old trick with new words.
Mm-hmm. That would be called patter, the correct term. Patter.
Oh, patter. Oh, it's called patter.
Yes.
I want to see a trick.
Disappear.
You know, you weasels aren't going to be laughing when I'm headlining in Vegas.
Oh, give me a break. With your record, they wouldn't let you buy a lottery ticket in Vegas.
Here he is.
Hey, guys, wait a minute. Look. He had the dream. Look, he's had the dream.
Do something quick.
Okay, anything.
Look here, boom. A little homage to the amazing Kreska.
I had the dream again.
Oh, hey, Wilbert. Peyton's kind of in the middle of a magic trick.
It just puts me in the worst mood.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
Peyton, it was so real this time.
No kidding. I'm kind of in the middle of a minor miracle here. Your card, no, I believe your card, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe your card is the Queen of Diamonds.
Surprise!
There's no surprise here. The same dumb dream I always have. Let me tell you guys about it.
Oh, please, come on.
Okay, here we go. One bowl of hot oatmeal.
Barney, I'm glad you're here. The rest of my Bible study doesn't care about my never, never-ending nightmare or how it upsets me to no end. But you are a true friend.
Oh.
Pull up a chair. I want to tell you about the dream.
Oh, Wilbert, I'd love to hear you talk about your bank robbery nightmare again, but we've got something burning in the kitchen.
I don't smell anything.
Yeah, neither do I. You need some ketchup for that oatmeal.
Ketchup? Wait. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd think you guys were trying to avoid talking about my dream.
It's just that you tell us about it all the time, and it never changes, and nothing gets resolved.
You're retired. Why is this case so important to you?
Well, you'll understand when you get closer to your final glory. You regret everything you haven't finished.
What is there to finish, Wilbert? Statute of limitations ran out on this like 50 years ago. Even if you could solve it, you can't put anybody in jail for it. It's not going to mean anything to anybody but you.
Yeah, you gotta ease up on yourself, man. I mean, I've never been in for bank robbery, but I assumed the bank would have gotten their money back from the insurance, right?
Yeah, like the very next week. And you yourself even told us on multiple occasions that that insurance company went out of business.
Yes, that's correct. Back in the 1980s.
So? Even if you found the money, there's nobody that you can return it to.
There's a lot of good you can do with $350,000.
You could buy a whole lot of Bibles, that's for sure.
That's right, Pete. And speaking of Bibles, why don't we begin?
All right.
Yeah, please.
Well, that was some good discussion today. Next Wednesday good for everyone?
Hey, I may have to duck out a little early. We got an early game, and I got to get those boys on the bus by 10.
Hey, they're looking good this year. You know, next home game, let me know.
Hey, you bet.
Yeah, we'll tailgate, right? That'll be good. All right, tell your mom to call me.
Yeah, see you, Uncle Hitch.
Hey, look, if you're still upset, I can push my first yard off. We could go back in there, have another cup of coffee.
Oh, that's sweet, but I gotta go. You know, my lady friends are expecting me. When things start heating up, they need the big guy.
Okay, big guy. Go get him. Okay, take it easy.
Hitch. Wilbur forgot his Bible again.
Oh, this guy's killing me. I know where he's going. I'll take it after work. I'll see you soon.
That's what we made today. So
Hello, ladies. Am I late?
Perfect timing.
Well, if that's the case, let me at him.
Come on in. Oh, I love this guy.
it smells so good.
Oh, does it?
I'm ready.
You're in for a rough one today. Shoe fly pie.
Lots of molasses.
You just sit your pretty little selves down and enjoy a hot beverage and let the Sultan of Soap handle this.
You tell us about it all the time.
You're retired.
You gotta ease up on yourself.
Even if you could solve it, you can't put anybody in jail for it.
Wilbert, hello.
Bye, Wilbert.
Goodbye, Beulah.
See you, Wilbert.
Ethel, Esther.
Bye.
Sarah, thanks for the pie. Terrific. Just well done.
Oh, it smells great in here.
Thanks. We're all cleaned up, Pastor. I'll see you Sunday.
Okay.
Pastor Mimi. Okay, I'll get you some pie?
No, thank you. You have a visitor. Hello? We're here.
Oh, sorry. This is a really great church. Hey, Wilbur.
Hitch, everything okay?
Yeah, you forgot your Bible again.
Oh, boy. Not myself today. I better pull it together. I'm reffing a basketball game at the Boys and Girls Club.
Today?
Yeah, 3.
Dude, it's nearly 3 o'clock.
Oh, good grief. I gotta go. Hitch, thanks for going so far out of your way on my behalf. Pastor, I'll see you Sunday.
Talk about no rest for the weary.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Would you like to see the sanctuary?
Oh, yeah, sure. Wow. It really is beautiful in here. It's very calm.
Your friend thinks so, too.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Only there ain't nothing calm about that guy. He's got more energy than the rest of us.
He has a big, giving heart. No doubt about it. Lots of special projects.
Like me and my buddies.
Is that right?
Yeah. Boy, I hope he told you. You know, we're ex-cons.
He did mention that.
Yeah. All of us in our little crew. Me, Pete, Peyton, Lincoln. Wilbert arrested all of us. Well, he didn't arrest Lincoln. He didn't. Lincoln got pinched years after Willie retired, but you know, he's my nephew and he needed some guidance, and so we invited him into the group.
I'm kind of lost here. How did that happen? He arrested you?
Yeah, oh no, Wilbert, I mean, he legitimately arrested me. And no offense to him, but I mean, I wasn't really a master criminal. I don't think I was cut out for a life of crime. I got pinched fencing stolen merchandise. And I mean, like, I had the stolen merchandise and I had the money, so I'm going to jail. And Wilbert, he reads me my Miranda rights, okay? And then he pulls out a little Bible. He reads me this passage. I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than 99 righteous persons who need no repentance.
Luke 15:7.
Yeah. Only I didn't know any of that yet. I had yet to be introduced to Luke or any of the other guys. So he puts me in the back of the cruiser car, and then he starts telling me about how things really work. Like, he really explains it to me, how God has a plan for all of us. And he tells me if I want to repent and stay on the straight and narrow, he would be there for me every step of the way.
And he was.
Boy, was he. In prison, he sent me toothpaste and Bible study pamphlets. And then he spoke so eloquently at my parole hearing that they let me out of jail 2 days later. And when I started my business, he was my very first customer. And the same thing held true for Pete, Peyton. He arrested him, same Bible verse, same follow through.
And your nephew?
Lincoln. Lincoln's one of those kids, you probably got him around the church here, you know, he's too smart for his own good, you know, he actually figured, as far as I know, a new way to steal. He was hacking into the computers of a car dealership so that they would not notice that he was also depleting their stock nightly.
Oh, that's not good.
No, not good at all. Broke my sister's heart. But you know what we did? We sent in a closer. He saved one more soul.
Willie definitely has a gift. You know, I'll bet his conversion numbers are better than mine.
You know what? I'm not going to take that bet because I think you're right. I think you're right.
Detective Wilbert Moser?
Not anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm retired. Nearly 15 years. If this is a police matter, I can't help you.
Well, yes and no. I'm Alex D'Ambrosio. I'm a graduate student at Bucknell. I'm a forensic psychology major.
I'm delighted to meet you, Miss D'Ambrosio. But it's been a very long day, and my cat is waiting to eat.
Of course, I understand, but just another moment of your time, sir. I was assigned the merchant bank robbery for my thesis project, and I was just wondering if I could ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
I do wish I could help you, but that was so very long ago. I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing.
But the detectives downtown said that you're obsessed with this case, Detective Graham and Clay.
They're right. I was obsessed. Sometimes too much so. Sometimes it's just hard to let things go. But I decided just today, over a nice warm piece of shoe fly pie, enough is enough.
Today you decided?
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm at the Hotel Bethlehem if you change your mind. Did you say shoe fly pie?
Yeah. At least you'll listen to me when I tell you about my dreams. Yeah. Think you're funny, don't you?
You see him? Get out here. Just get out. All right. There he is.
When things aren't going right and aren't working out, it's nice to know that I have you here to
You must be
lend
so
a hand,
hungry.
pick me up like you do. And when life's feeling dry and I'm going down, it's nice to know that you're around to fix me up. What's lost can be found. You are the one that we can count on to tell us right from wrong, to be there when it dawns. You are the one that lifts our heads up and keeps a smile on our face. Let's go at your pace.
Second floor, right down there. Follow me.
Here's your regular. And if you need anything else, just let me know, okay?
2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 16 and 17 is here to remind us that this is a how-to book.
That's right. This is the direction.
Good morning.
Well, Mr. Ambrosio, what a surprise to see you here. Oh, gentlemen, this young lady hopes to one day be an officer of the law. Is that correct?
I hope so, yes.
And how did you find me here?
Well, I could tell you that I've been brushing up on my surveillance skills and tailing people, but mostly I found this when I was doing my laundry. So I thought I'd stop by and say hello and, I don't know, maybe talk about the Donald Duck case.
Well, we are in the middle of something.
Come on, Wilbert, we were just finishing up anyway. You mind if I use this?
Help yourself.
Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
I can take your bag.
Well, it does say all are welcome. Let me introduce you to Peyton, and Pete, Hitch.
Hi, how are you?
And this is Barney, who owns the place.
Let me get your menu.
Oh, no, thank you. But maybe some coffee, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
And this suddenly well-mannered young man is Lincoln. And would you excuse me? My turn to pay the check.
Thanks, Wilbert. Hey, so, you want to be a cop?
I do. How do you all know Mr. Moser?
We're criminals.
All of you?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
We were criminals, but we're no longer criminals. We've been out of jail longer than we were ever in.
And Mr. Moser, he made sure we all got a second chance.
Right.
And we all took it.
And you?
Me? It was nothing really. I was just messing around on my computer. Some minor hacking. That is my uncle over there, and I'm assuming he's clearing his throat because he thinks I should tell you that the hacking may have led to a teensy-weensy little case of Grand Theft Auto.
5 cases.
Okay, 5, but who's counting?
The DA was.
Here's your coffee. Let me know if I can get you anything else.
Thank you.
Hey, why are you interested in this robbery?
I was assigned the case for my graduate thesis project, and I came down last week to speak with Mr. Moser.
He must have talked your ear off.
No, actually, he said he didn't want to talk about it anymore.
What?
Wait, what?
This shocks all of you.
They have that look because I've mentioned that robbery once or twice, and they're surprised that I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Once or twice an hour?
The last 20 years.
Anyway, I made the decision to let it go. And Alex here just happened to pop up at the wrong time.
Or the right time.
I've heard that God's timing is always perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Thanks. Nice.
Now, did everybody get what they wanted?
I wanted rainbow sprinkles.
Dude, it was only 2 minutes ago she told you they were out of rainbow sprinkles, so she gave you chocolate sprinkles instead.
It's a completely different flavor.
Other than Peyton's rainbow sprinkles debacle, did everybody get what they wanted?
Yeah.
Now you have to understand that the world was different in 1972. There was hardly any crime, no violent crime at all. Everybody felt safe and secure. Now, any comments or questions so far? Not about sprinkles.
Yeah. Why did they call it the Donald Duck robbery again?
So all the reporters started calling it that almost immediately because the witnesses overheard the robbers refer to each other as Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Uncle Donald.
I still don't understand.
Oh, to be young again. In the Donald Duck cartoon, you do know who Donald Duck is, right?
I guess so.
Well, he had 3 nephews, Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
So during the robbery, one man appeared to be sort of the mastermind of the group, and he was referred to by one of the robbers as Uncle Donald.
Man, they're gonna figure out better nicknames than that.
You just don't understand. It's 1972, right? And the world just got color television, and there's only 3 channels, and everybody on the planet waited all week long for the wonderful world of Disney, okay? And if there was a Donald Duck cartoon, we were overjoyed because it was better than watching one more stupid show about otters.
I like otters.
So, what happened next?
Well, the alarm's still ringing, and Huey and Dewey are already in the getaway car. Louie runs out of the bank, and before he can even get into the car, a witness from across the street, Bob Fleck, overhears Dewey yell, "This ain't your lucky day, Louie." Then the car sped off and head west.
Now I get it. That's why they called it Lucky Louie.
Something just occurred to me. They changed the plan in the middle of the robbery.
Oh, Hitch, that's a very interesting statement. Why do you think that?
Well, because Louie was apparently surprised that Uncle Donald went out the back door.
Yes. How do you know he was surprised?
If it was part of the plan, there would have been no reason to mention it here.
Louis thought he was getting in that getaway car.
Right.
Yes. Why?
Well, he could have followed Uncle Donald at the back door, right? But he didn't. He came out the front door. He thought he was getting away.
All the college all the classes, all the exams you take will never give you the insight that these good men who happen to be ex-criminals will have.
Just a minute. I just figured something out. So you hang out with us so we can solve your cases.
I'd like to plead the fifth on that. So I think you'd want to do the same thing this year. There'd be like 20 poinsettias on or near the altar, 4 at each entrance, I think 3 by the baptismal fountain. Maybe we should just buy 30.
All that will be fine.
Why?
Willie, I can't believe you brought me all the way out here to talk about Christmas decorations when I haven't even bought the Halloween candy yet.
You know, maybe you should have been a cop. You're very good at reading people.
So? What's on your mind, big guy?
It's about the robbery.
Of course it is.
See, right there, that's actually what I'm talking about. It never occurred to me how obsessed I must have seemed sometimes until lately, when everybody's been kind of making fun of me about it.
I don't think they're being cruel about it, though, are they?
Well, of course not. Not at all. I think I'm getting sensitive just because I'm getting old and crabby.
Old, maybe. Crabby, never.
So you see, I decided I finally had to put it behind me. And I committed myself to it fully. I decided that if I stopped obsessing about it so much, maybe the dreams would stop. And then this lovely grad student shows up out of nowhere and wants me to help her figure it out. It's just causing me anxiety that I didn't anticipate.
Why?
Miriam, that's why you're here. So I could ask you why. If I knew why, I would have no need for pastoral guidance.
Oh, give me a break. Look, you know so much more about this stuff than I ever will. Willie, you've done so much for people. You still do. Where have you been hiding that guy Hitch?
Oh, Hitch is a great guy, isn't he?
Yeah, but you have no obligation to help this girl, especially if it means you doing something that you don't want to do. I'm sure she'll understand.
Oh, I know you. And I know there's an on the other hand lurking in there somewhere.
On the other hand, maybe working with this girl might help you put this behind you. I mean, really behind you, once and for all. And you can finally sleep.
The sun among the stars, a life a world apart, is waiting for me on the other side of today. Leaves they'll start to change. Will I remain the same?
Ambrosio.
Will I start to fall?
Mr. Moser,
like they
hi.
do?
It's so good to see you. Hold on, sorry. Here, please sit.
No, that's all right. I owe you an apology. And to be honest, I didn't know what to make of you when we met.
No, I'm sorry. I probably came across way too strong. I really owe you an apology.
Not at all. You're a very impressive young lady. I was wondering if you might have some time for another field trip. And it's funny being back here. You know, some things never change. You know, right after I retired, I kept coming by 2 or 3 times a week.
Maybe out of habit.
Yeah, habit. Or duty. Duty to what? I don't know. Oh, Vicky!
Wilbert.
Vicky, hi!
Hi!
Carmen, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
You'd think the department would want to take full advantage of a resource like you.
Yeah, don't fool yourself. Cops don't like a retired cop hanging around.
Where's that number?
Oh boy.
Here's trouble. I told you she was gonna get him, and look, she's got him. How are you doing, Detective Moser?
I'm well, gentlemen. And I see that you've already met Miss D'Ambrosio.
We have, and imagine our surprise when she told us you were giving up on Donald Duck.
A momentary lapse in judgment, but now we are back on the case.
What do you need?
I was wondering if we could show Miss D'Ambrosio the original case file. And that is, of course, as long as we don't compromise an ongoing investigation.
I think we can give you that, considering there hasn't been an ongoing investigation since 1977.
I'm not counting yours, of course. I'm going to leave you in Detective Graham's capable hands. In the meantime, I'm going to try to solve some crimes that happened after we landed on the moon. I'm just being a jerk, because that's what I do. Honestly, we revere this man. Nobody has solved more cold cases than this guy.
Except the one I wanted to solve the most.
Oh, give me a break. You're going to learn a lot.
I already have.
Okay, I'm gonna head down to the Land of Nod and see if I can dig up that old case file of yours. What was the name of it again? I'm just kidding. Make yourselves at home.
Thank you. They're fun.
And don't let the wisecracks fool you. They're the best of the best. Oh, and that reminds me, you have an invitation this Sunday to a barbecue at Pete's house, and believe me, you're going to want to come because his wife Beth is not only our crack emergency room surgeon, but she's one of the best cooks in the county. And I have written all the instructions and directions how to get there and the time on the back of my car. Why are you laughing?
Lincoln actually already stopped by the hotel today and he gave me an invitation to the barbecue.
No surprise there.
Oh, hey, Thomas, can you grab the door? Yeah, sure. Thanks, son.
Thank you, Tommy.
Oh.
Hello, hello. Dessert has arrived.
Looks amazing, Barney. People are going to be so happy.
Just something I threw together. What can I do to help?
Oh, no. Today, we wait on you. Go. The boys are out back. Give Pete your order.
Okay.
You're the guest.
Okay.
Hey, Mom?
What?
Oh, where are the paper plates?
They're right there on the counter.
Do you smell vanilla?
I don't know where that came from.
One of life's great mysteries.
Burgers and dogs are ready. Let me know what you want, and I will bring it to you. You guys okay? All right. How you doing, buddy? Everything's good? Okay.
Silk handkerchief.
Take it.
I recently performed this trick for the Queen of England. At least she said she was the Queen of England. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you.
Man, he's good.
You're amazing.
Barney, you have outdone yourself.
Hello, everybody.
There he is.
I'm sorry I'm late. My date had a little Sunday morning business.
Where is she?
She's coming just get me a soda.
I hope we like her.
Oh, I'm really confident you're gonna like her.
Cream soda, right?
Thank you very much. Okay, here, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mimi. Hi, Willie.
My worlds are colliding, and I love it.
See? I'm so glad we talked you guys into staying later.
Nothing like a nice fire on a fall night.
So comforting.
Oh boy, here comes trouble.
I hope not. So, Wilbert, Pete was telling me that Alex has been helping you with that robbery. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good, I think, but she's running out of time. Her thesis has to be finished pretty soon.
But we have a new plan for that.
Which is?
We all help.
I like that. Wait, how?
Honestly, I really could use some help with the interviews.
Hold on, wait a minute. You're joking, right? That was like 50 years ago. I mean, they're all dead, aren't they?
Dear Lord, I hope not.
I think some of them might not be that hard to find.
Hold on a sec. Is Mimi short for Miriam by any chance?
It is.
As in, Miriam Dunn, the praying girl?
Guilty as charged, officer.
Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. This guy's been talking about this robbery for as long as I've known him, and you're telling me you were there? Okay, now my worlds are colliding.
Well, the pastor was one of the first people I talked to when I reopened the case, nearly 35 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're gonna interview people, how about I interview you?
Maybe I should interrogate you.
I'm not a hostile witness here, Your Honor.
Alex, I would be honored to work with you. Hey, we all would be honored to work with you.
Count me in.
Me too.
Sounds good, let's do it. So this is Dewey, right?
Yeah, Roger Parkinson. Not a pleasant man.
Just wait right here.
Hey, you got it or don't you got it?
Yeah, red or black. Okay.
How are you doing?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I never figured I'd end up in a place like this again, but I was not gonna let you come alone.
Okay, come on.
We're coming. Be careful.
Let's go, Parkinson. Be sociable.
Who are you and what's this about?
My name is Alex D'Ambrosio, and I'm a forensic psychology major. I'm writing my thesis on the merchant bank robbery.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm Hitch. I'm her research assistant.
I said all I'm going to say about that bank robbery. Read about it in the court transcripts.
I have read the transcripts many times, but I still have a few questions if that's all right.
I told you I'm not talking about it.
Hey, I wonder if you might know a friend of mine.
I highly doubt it.
Anthony Carboni.
Yeah, Carbone's in here.
Yeah, you still talking about going to Sicily all the time?
Yeah, he never shuts up about it. The guy's pushing 80 years old and he just pulled another 20 years. The closest he's gonna get to Sicily, a can of SpaghettiOs. How do you know?
Yeah, well, he was my cellmate about 30 years ago.
Do you on the straight and narrow now?
By the grace of God.
So what's so important about this stupid bank job?
Stupid because it didn't work out, or stupid because you were caught?
No, it's stupid because it went FUBAR.
What is FUBAR? Oh, okay. How did that happen?
Uncle Donald pulled a fast one on us. And guess who got caught holding the bag?
Well, some people think that you were responsible, but that you hid the money before you were caught.
I don't care what people think. I'm telling you, I had a bag all right, but it wasn't filled with money. It was filled with magazines.
But you thought there was money in it.
Of course.
And you would have kept it if you hadn't been caught.
Why do you think I'm in this place? A place where I've spent 3/4 of my life. Look at me. Do I look like an honorable citizen to you? Uncle Donald changed the plan. So I changed the plan. When he didn't come out that door when he was supposed to, why should I wait for him?
And Louie?
Louie? Louie was a moron. And if I ever catch him or find out who he is, he's going to regret it.
You'd harm him.
Happily. An operation like this takes precise timing. And the 15 seconds that he cost us could be the 15 seconds that put me in a place like this. So yeah, if I had my way, he'd pay for what he did.
You never gave up the name of Uncle Donald. Why is that?
I didn't know his name.
How's that possible?
He used a triple rat hole to hire me, that's how.
I'm sorry, a triple what?
Triple rat hole. Explain it to her.
All right, so look, somebody wants to, run a job. They don't want people to know who they are for obvious reasons, so they can hire an intermediary, somebody who hires the crew, right? And that guy is paid in advance for that service. And that way, if somebody gets caught, nobody knows who the real boss is. Okay, that's one rat hole. What Roger here is saying is that Uncle Donald, he used 3 rat holes, which means that Roger would have to rat on the guy above him, who would have to rat out the guy above him, who would be the guy who would rat out Uncle Donald. And the chances of something like that happening in this kind of world are slim to none.
And I ain't no rat.
Fascinating.
Black swamp fighting in the wicked woods. I saw them bring a man down.
And I got down on the ground, and I was trying to just check my surroundings out, just sort of try to see what was going on, you know, what were they trying to achieve, and it just seemed very chaotic, and I just didn't know what was going to happen next.
So what do you remember about the robbery?
Well, not much. I was knocked to the ground and kind of semi-conscious at the time.
Did you hear him call any names?
Well, I did hear him say a few names, but they were cartoon character names. Huey, Dewey, Louie.
It was, I have to say, it was a miracle, the first one. And I wouldn't be here otherwise. I just simply wouldn't be here at all.
Did you reach for the alarm or not?
No, no, never. I would take that kind of chance. No, I was carrying my boy. I was pregnant, and I wouldn't do anything to endanger him.
I was parking cars to make some money, take my girlfriend to Shank while I was driving, and the alarm went off in the bank, and there was all this commotion. But I did hear somebody yell, "This ain't your lucky day, Louie."
And you're sure that's what he said exactly?
This ain't your lucky day, Louie. I'll never forget it.
He did all he could, all he felt he needed to do to take care of us. We had 4 children. He was a good daddy. He was just a wonderful man. He may have done some wrong, but he was trying to do good.
One day the mice will own the wicked woods.
So, who's this again?
For the 3rd time, this is Arthur Tiller, the bank manager, the guy they threatened to kill.
Wilbert said the last time he interviewed him, he was very odd, so please just, everybody, be careful.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Let's try to finish this up before nighttime, because if I had to guess, I'd say that somewhere nearby there is a killer wearing a hockey mask waiting patiently for it to get dark.
You sure this is right?
Well, I mean, it's his last known address as far as I could find.
I don't know, I don't like the looks of this place.
Let's do this.
Okay, I guess we're going anyway.
Alex, Lincoln.
Hello? You know, we can see you.
I don't know nothing about those cherries. Mulrooney. He owns the farm 2 roads over. It's got a fruit stand in front. He said that he saw me take some of his cherries, but he's lying, because I never took any of his stupid cherries.
So you're saying you didn't take Mr. Mulrooney's cherries?
No, I didn't. Anyway, they tasted awful. He picked them too soon, the moron.
Mr. Tiller, we're not here to talk about the cherries.
What are you bothering me for, then?
We wanted to talk to you about that merchant's bank robbery back in 1972.
Mr. Tiller, I'm very sorry if we've upset you.
Upset me? How could coming out here, nigh under 50 years later, not upset me? That was the worst day of my life, I'll tell you that. I was going from the bank the very next week.
Would they fire you?
No, don't be dumb. They don't fire you for something like that.
I'm sorry, you got to excuse him. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what you went through that day.
It was awful. Let me tell you. That man, he threatened me. He put a gun to the top of my head, said he was going to get me. I haven't had a good night's sleep since 1972.
It is completely understandable that you don't want to relive what happened to you that day. Maybe you have some records or files here that we could look through that could help solve the case.
I want you to all get off my land.
I see we've upset you again.
You didn't upset me. That robbery did. That was the worst day of my life, I'll tell you that. Big plans, that they changed everything. All of a sudden, things didn't turn out the way I thought they would. So, I don't feel like talking about it anymore. Not with you, not with anybody. So get out of here.
Okay.
Well, wait here. I've got my telephone number if you think of anything else.
I'm not gonna think of anything else, because I'm not gonna think about it at all. Now get out of here! Okay. And you tell Mulrooney he better stop talking about those cherries, or he's gonna get what's coming to him!
It's nice to relax. Such a crazy week.
I know, I mean, it's no wonder they never solved this case. There's just so many odd characters.
Yeah, but it's really great how you handled that guy yesterday. Very impressive how you switched gears.
Thank you, but forensic psychology is supposed to teach you how people think. I mean, not just to catch criminals. I mean, obviously that's a big part of it, but when you know how someone thinks, it's easier to communicate with them on their own terms, which means you just get more information.
So is that what you're doing right now with me? Trying to figure me out? Or?
I bet I could do a whole case book just on you, Lincoln. Do you want to know something?
Yes, I do.
So one of my class directives is to write a full personality report on every significant person that I meet. So I actually have a report on each of our friends and you.
What does mine look like?
Still a work in progress.
Will there be anything else?
No, thanks. Delicious. This place is classy.
I really wish you'd let me go Dutch.
No. I know it's kind of hard to believe, but being a professional hacker pays way better than when I was an amateur.
And has a lot less risk.
Yes, that is true, but sometimes it's necessary to take risks. Otherwise, you don't know where you really stand.
I'd like to make a toast. Can you toast with iced tea?
You can do anything you want.
To necessary risks. May we never be afraid to take them.
I can drink to that.
I didn't mean right this second.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, thank you, but I'm sorry, I don't think we ordered this.
It's from them.
So you just gonna move on?
That's the plan. Do you not want me to?
Are you actually asking me? Or...
No.
Okay.
No, I do like it here. And I like our friends. And I like you.
So what's next? You graduate at the top of your class,
Yes.
and then off to where? Quantico.
Oh, I hope so. That's only like a 3-hour drive from here, by the way. You could visit me.
So listen, I know the sooner you finish this up, the sooner you have to leave here. And despite that, there's something I want to give. I just keep it in myself.
Wow, Lincoln. You scared me there for a second. That's just the prettiest flash drive I've ever seen. What's on this?
So it just so happens that the merchant bank was taken over by the Keystone Bank in 1985, and then the Keystone Bank, it was folded into the William Penn Bank Group in the early 2000s. And how do I know all this? Well, it just so happens that the William Penn Bank Group, they're clients of mine, and took a lot of digging, but I thought it might be helpful if you had the actual surveillance footage from the bank.
So this is the actual bank robbery?
Yeah, I know I'm just a dumb old hacker, but figured even some grainy footage would help. Now this right here should not surprise me.
I'm so excited to see this. I know. I think we need popcorn. Am I the only one that thinks we need popcorn here?
Yeah. Way ahead of you.
And maybe some candy. It's not a movie without candy.
Edie, honey, can you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
This will be figured out in a second, guys.
Dad, it's Mom. She says she needs to talk to you.
She calling on that phone.
Hey, where is Wilbert? I figured he'd be one of the first ones here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I called him first, so I thought he'd beat you all here.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about. Think of this. I'm gonna get to see Mimi when she was a teenager.
Beth just called. Wilbur's not coming. He's in the hospital. He's in the emergency room right now.
What happened?
They don't know everything, but it doesn't look good.
Oh, man.
Morning.
Well?
It turns out that Wilbert had a VFib cardiac arrest, which means that his heart stopped due to an abnormal electrical rhythm. He was very smart to call the ambulance and get here as quickly as he did. He did have a blocked artery, so we put in a stent.
Beth, I'm sorry. Is he gonna be okay?
I think so. Yes. I mean, we're going to keep him sedated for a few days, you know, just give him a chance to let his body heal, but I'm really hopeful that he's going to make a full recovery.
Well, I know what we've got to do. I'm going to get the congregation on it right away. Thank you for everything that you've done. Wait, doesn't Wilbert have a cat?
Oh, yes. Yeah, he does.
I totally forgot about that. It's okay. I have a key. I can go over and get it.
Wait, you, Hitch? You run out of the room when my cats come near you. You hate cats.
You hate cats?
It's more of an allergy situation. Nah.
Yeah. Call me if anything else happens.
I'll go with the cat hater. Yeah. Bye, Beth.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna go to the garage. I think he has one of those cat carriers out there.
Okay, I'll work on surveillance and apprehension.
Good.
Wait, what's the cat's name?
I don't know the dumb cat's name. Just apprehend any cat you find.
Here, kitty, kitty. There you are. Hey, come here. Hello. Hello. I know you're down here. Come on, we gotta get you out of here so you can eat. Now you're trapped. Come on. All right, hold on. Come here. Where'd you go? Where'd you?
I found it. It was behind all the Christmas stuff.
Thank you. I'll be right out. I got the cat right in here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Did I just wake you up?
Oh, no, yeah, I was still sleeping.
Why?
Because the cat kept me up all night.
You could have left him at Wilbert's and fed him there.
Well, why didn't you just tell me that yesterday? Look, I'm glad you called, because while I was up last night, I think I had a really good idea, and I want to run it by you.
Okay,
Okay, you gonna be at church?
I will.
All right, I got a couple of yards. I'll come by after, okay?
See you there.
All right, thank you, honey.
Bye.
Okay, bye. I hear you. I know you're hungry. I'm hungry too.
So what's your big idea?
Okay, I've got a question for you. Is it okay to do something wrong if it's for the right reason?
No.
Okay, I'm sure that's just because I asked it wrong. Let me think about it. Hold on. What if you want to do something good, but you got to do something bad to do the good thing?
That's the exact same question rephrased. Hold on a minute.
Mimi, that's the Ten Commandments.
So I checked. There's no expiration date on these. Hitch, what do you want to do?
I want to rob a bank.
That definitely made the list. Right there. Thou. That means you. Shall not steal. That means rob a bank.
Mimi, come on, I don't want to really rob a bank. I want to pretend to rob a bank. Look, I think if we can get the community to help us, I don't know, maybe Alex could film it or something. It might help her figure out where the money went, and then maybe Wilbert could finally get some rest.
Thank you. Guess what?
What?
The board said yes. They love Wilbert. They said anything good for Wilbert is good for the bank. So, let's rob this bank.
What?
Oh, no.
In 1972, 4 masked men walked into Merchant National Bank and robbed it, getting $350,000, money that was never found. Now, the community is coming together to restage, get this, a bank robbery. Retired Detective Wilbert Moser has been obsessed with the merchant bank robbery for 50 years. Moser, a volunteer for many community organizations, landed in the hospital last week, and everyone who appreciates his dedication is coming together to solve this case.
It's great for everyone to come together as a community. We're a community bank, and hopefully we solve the case.
I think it's definitely a unique way to do it. I've never seen anything like it before.
The big question, where is the money? Will Lewis reporting for WFMZ 69 News.
So you understand it all?
I do. But Pastor Mimi, are you sure you don't want to play yourself? I feel bad taking your part.
I've lived through that bank robbery one time too many. Besides, I have a much more important job. I'm going to make sure we have enough food when this is done.
Good luck. Hi, Sister Bonnie. Can you be at the crosswalk at the top of the hour?
Yes.
Okay.
And who's driving the getaway car?
That's a really good question. Let me find the answer for that for you.
Right over here.
Okay, thank you.
Had it with you guys.
Oh, hi, boys. Okay, have we figured out who's playing who yet?
No, they're still arguing about it.
No, he's arguing.
What's the problem?
We all want to be Uncle Donald.
I'm the only one of these guys that has professional performing experience. Wouldn't it make sense that I'd play the lead role?
You are a magician.
Gentlemen, there are no small parts, only small criminals. No? Okay, all right. Barney, you're Huey.
Oh, good. I get to sit down all day.
Pete, you're Dewey.
I don't know if I can be that mean, but I'll do the best I can.
Hitch, you're Louie.
Oh, lucky me.
I see what you did there. And Peyton, you get to be...
Uncle Donald. And all is right in the world.
All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on you guys, and if I see anybody get out of line, I'm gonna put you in a timeout. Come on, Lincoln.
An actor prepares.
You really are pathetic. You're pathetic.
Thank you all for being here. It's very kind of you all to show up to support our dear friend, Wilbert. Alex here has asked that I say a prayer before you head off. So will you please bow your heads? Dear Lord, we know you're always with us. And we ask that you bless this bank robbery today. Oh, boy, that could be a real career ender. Thank heavens no one else will know that I asked God to bless a bank robbery today.
Barney, come on. You gotta drive faster. Alex said we have to be on time. What are you waiting for?
Come on!
You could have just gone. Okay, you could have gone right now. Dude, we're gonna be late!
Hey, I told you guys I would help you rob the bank. I will not get a traffic ticket.
This is a robbery!
Oh.
Careful. I will. Oh.
Let's go.
I'm not messing around here. Give me that vault. Chop, chop. Yeah.
Did you push that button? Did you push that button?
Stop! I'm pregnant! What? I'm acting.
Oh, what's my next line?
I don't care.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh!
Our Father who art in heaven.
Be quiet! Girl, I said be quiet.
Hey, back off, Dewey.
I'll take both of you out. Dewey! Magic Johnson, you not, okay?
Now?
Go, go, go.
Everything's gonna be okay. We'll be out of here in a few minutes.
Go.
Let the magic begin. Louie, you idiot! You missed the bank manager.
Go, 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 go.
Uncle Donald went out the back door.
It's not your lucky day, Louie!
Okay, they're coming your way. Good job.
Go!
And now I gotta run?
Yes.
I hope you stretch.
Don't move or I'll blow your head off!
Okay, are you sure you didn't find anything?
I'm telling you, there was nothing there.
I can't find anything.
Me neither.
Oh, guys, let's get a picture for Wilbert.
This is extraordinary. Oh, there's Hazel. Wally. I can't believe everybody went to all this trouble on my behalf. And Hitch, the great cat hater. Thanks for taking care of her.
Anything you need. Good news is we're finally on the same sleep schedule, but believe me, I'll be happy to return the cat.
How are you doing with the big mystery? Have you figured it out yet?
I'm trying, you know. I just think if we could figure out where the money went, it would give a lot of people some closure, you know?
And?
Well, I'm still working on it, but I actually have something else that I want to show you that I think is just gonna blow your mind.
I hope not. At my age, I can't afford to lose another week of my life.
But you are leaving tomorrow, right?
So they say.
Okay, now I'm gonna start it, but if at any point, you don't want to watch anymore, we can turn it off.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where Lincoln split the screen so that you could see the actual robbery and the recreation at the same time.
Alex, this is sensational. Say Lincoln tracked down this footage?
Yeah, it was a huge coincidence.
Hitch, what do you think about what Alex just said?
Well, Wilbert doesn't believe in coincidences. He calls that a POG, proof of God.
For 30 years, I tried to find that footage. They kept telling me it was lost forever.
Well, I really got to brag about the kids here. I mean, they had this down to a science. They even had this group of people who they followed Pete, who was playing Dewey in this recreation. They followed everywhere he ran to see if there was any place Dewey could have hid the money before the cops got him.
That was very kind of them. But now I realize Mr. Parkinson wasn't lying about that after all. He never had the money.
Wait, how could you possibly know that?
Because of your hard work. I finally know who Uncle Donald is.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this reunion of sorts. Your counterparts did an excellent job recreating the robbery based off of newspaper articles, TV news clips, and court testimony. This event has had such an impact on so many of you here today, and we are very grateful that you joined us.
I'm just here for the cherry pie.
Well, you have Barney to thank for that. Best desserts in town. Thank you, Barney.
Plenty more where that came from.
Anyway, we're very excited that you are here for this celebration and pie. And now that everyone is good and satiated, there's something that I would like to share with you. So here's what we know. This was one well-planned robbery. And I say that because for 50 years, no one could figure out what happened. As investigators, we get stuck in the weeds trying to figure out the details of what the plan was, when actually the real clues are in what the plan wasn't. Crazy talk, I know, right? But let me explain. Uncle Donald obviously meticulously planned this robbery. But then there are some events that he could not have planned. For instance, a young Pastor Mimi, in what was the scariest moment of her young life, is moved to pray out loud. And that simple prayer leads to an altercation between Dewey and Louie.
I'll take you both out.
And that argument gives Arthur Tiller the cover he needs to crawl from his hiding place in the back room to his desk to trigger the hidden alarm. And the reason he was in the back room in the first place is because of another seemingly random, unplanned event. The toilet was clogged. Ooh, gross, I know. But what a game changer. Because Mr. Tiller asked his secretary, Loretta Wilson, to call the plumber at exactly 4:53 p.m., which we know based off of phone records. Thank goodness Mr. Tiller stayed back and dealt with the problem, or else he wouldn't have been able to save the day. Isn't that right, Mr. Tiller?
That's a fact.
And lastly, maybe the four criminals would have escaped justice if it wasn't for one last random act. A random act of kindness, one might say, that played out just 2 miles away. If it weren't for Sarah Finn's new Buster Brown shoes, they might have never been captured. I'm sorry, she's a new but very important character to our story. May I introduce everyone to Miss Sarah Finn. Thank you for joining us.
I'm glad to be here. You know, this is all so fascinating.
You were 6 years old at the time of the robbery, correct?
Yes.
She had gotten a brand new pair of shoes the night before. They were her pride and joy, But she stepped in a puddle of mud while she was playing in the park with her favorite teacher, Sister Alice, at the very moment that a young Pastor Mimi was lying on the bank floor praying for some divine intervention. Perhaps that was the divine intervention. The child was devastated.
My shoes.
Any woman would understand how upsetting it is for a young girl to ruin a brand new pair of shoes. Even a nun. Isn't that right, Sarah?
Very true.
Sarah, it's okay. Look. They're as good as new. Let's put them on. Oh, they look so beautiful on you. You ready to go
Sister
back to
Alice
school?
made sure that those shoes were presentable, even if it meant she would be spending the rest of the night hand washing her habit.
Sister Alice was such a wonderful woman.
So her random act of kindness delayed the group just long enough so that they were in the middle of the crosswalk at the exact moment that Huey turned the corner. Maybe if the criminals had known one another before the robbery, Roger Parkinson would have been aware that Harry Hamilton, also known as Huey, was struggling in that moment to do the right thing, which we know because he went to Mass nearly every day, even the morning of the robbery. Isn't that right?
Yes, he did.
So there was no way he was going to harm any nun or child.
No, goodness, no, no.
So Harry stopped the car, knowing full well in that moment that his chance to run was over and that he would have to pay for his actions. And he did.
Yeah.
Then he lived on the straight and narrow for the rest of his life. Isn't that right?
Yes, he did.
Thank you. As for Roger Parkinson, well, he's where any narcissistic, dangerous sociopath belongs. Behind bars. Forever. He served his time for the robbery and then lived a remorseless life of crime thereafter. He spent a lot of time in jail. For years, we thought maybe he had taken the money and hidden it along his path, but thanks to the work of many volunteers, one of whom maybe pulled a hamstring. Thank you, Pete. We know that isn't the case. And so now I'd like to hand it over to the man who finally solved the puzzle, Wilbert.
Thank you, Alex. Just remember, you're the star of the show. I'm only here to support you. I'm a lucky man. You see, I've lived a life filled with many blessings. And the greatest of those blessings is the friends I have. Many of the people who are closest to me are here in this room. And they all lead very interesting lives. Like this guy, right here, Peyton. Peyton is an honest-to-goodness magician, a professional. When he shows us an amazing trick, and I ask him, how did you do that? You know what he says? I did it pretty good. He's the real deal, never gives a trick away. And boy, is that frustrating to a guy like me, who's always trying to figure things out. And I also count Lincoln here as a friend, because when you get to be my age, you always need someone to show you how your phone works, or your TV. Lincoln, would you run the video for me, please? Now, Lincoln, stop right there. Okay, good. Now back to the magic tricks. Fabulous stuff. And even if my friend won't tell me how tricks work, I've always heard that a great trick needs a good setup. A little misdirection, maybe some smoke and mirrors. Friends, the Donald Duck robbery might just be the greatest magic trick performed in the last 50 years. And even though the magician who miraculously pulled it off was an amateur, they fooled us all for half a century. It was an inside job. And that person is sitting in this room. At this moment, right here, the magic show had already begun. And nobody in the bank knows it yet. Alex mentioned that this happened at exactly 4:53 p.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln, would you fast forward, please? Good, stop right there. Did anyone see the first part of the trick? Well, don't feel bad, neither did I, for 50 years. But you've already witnessed the setup. Okay, let's fast forward again. Hey, stop right there. How about that? Anyone? You see, this magician is really good. Okay, Lincoln, the last bit, please. Now, here's where things get really crazy. The alarm rings, thanks to Mr. Tiller's heroic efforts. Uncle Donald moves toward the manager's desk, and right here is where the mastermind of the robbery threatens to kill poor Mr. Tiller. Can we see this bigger, please? I dare say that that moment, right there, must have been the worst moment of your life.
Yes, it was. And I don't appreciate you making me sit here and relive it.
You are so right. I'm sorry I'm being rude. You don't want to see that. Lincoln, can we pull up the second camera, please? Oh, Mr. Tiller, that's you popping up behind your desk. That's you. Hey, stop it right there. Well, that's better, right?
Obviously. I'm alive, ain't I? Nobody's pushing a gun to my head.
And at that moment in time, you were now $350,000 richer.
I don't have to take this abuse.
Sit down.
You all are crazy.
Come on, Mr. Tiller. We watched your show. The least you can do is see the end of ours.
You can say what you want, but there's no way you can prove what you say.
As a matter of fact, I can. But I'm sorry because I'm going to have to give away your trick to do it. As I mentioned earlier, the magic show began when Loretta Wilson picked up that phone. Now, sometimes you need a fresh perspective to get an insight that you would otherwise miss. For instance, when our young friend Lincoln here interviewed Mrs. Wilson, along with his Uncle Hitch, he asked a question that an older, more polite person would never ask. As he was turning to leave, he just couldn't resist asking Mrs. Wilson,
Miss Wilson, when they finally came to check the bathroom, how bad was it?
and that was the very first time anyone had asked her that question. And guess how she answered?
The funniest thing is, when the plumber came back the next day, he said there was nothing wrong with it at all.
So, what was it back there?
There's nothing wrong with your bathroom.
What do you mean there's nothing wrong with the bathroom?
I mean, there's literally nothing wrong.
Okay, well, let me get you a check.
No charge. There was nothing for me to fix. I'll get you on the next call.
At 4:53 p.m., Arthur Tiller directed Mrs. Wilson to her phone. He closed the door to the employee area so no one would see him unlock the restroom, in which he had probably stored his coveralls, mask, and the bags used in the robbery. He used his master passkey to unlock the rear door, and he disengaged the alarm on that door, which gave him 2 full minutes to cover the short distance between the bank's location and the designated rendezvous spot. We've been over the robbery countless times. We know when they entered, we know how they argued, we know Mimi prayed, and we know, despite what Uncle Donald said, Kathy Reed never reached for that alarm.
Uncle Donald! Hey, what's she doing? She reached for the alarm?
You see, that part of the robbery served one purpose only: misdirection. From where Dewey was standing, he could see over the teller's cage, which wasn't good because Arthur Tiller was about to pull his greatest feat of prestidigitation. The trick was so simple. Once Dewey was misdirected, Uncle Donald pulled the old switcheroo. He probably practiced this move at home for weeks before the robbery. But thanks to Pastor Mimi's praying, he had twice as long to switch the bags.
Kid, I'm not kidding. Back off! I'll take you both out. Louie, back!
There were 3 secret alarms in the bank. We've established that one was near Kathy Reed, and we know that one was under Mr. Tiller's desk. And do you know where the third one was? It was exactly where Uncle Donald was standing.
Dewey, back! Get ready to blow. Louie, you idiot! You missed the manager!
Now I know what you're wondering. How could he be standing beside the desk and also be behind the desk? Well, of course he can't be. So here's what I think happened next. Remember what I said about smoke and mirrors? Well, Uncle Donald definitely made sure there was smoke. And when he had the cover of the smoke bomb,
It's over now.
all Uncle Donald had to do was grab the bag filled with cash, run it into the employee area, toss it with the coveralls and mask into the restroom, relock the restroom door. He purposely opened the rear door, setting off the second alarm, crawled to his desk, and pretended to be there all along.
That is an out-and-out lie! I was behind that desk, fearing for my life. I was a hero.
No, sir. You were not a hero. You were a criminal. And in this instance, you were not even a good magician, because even though you remembered the smoke, you forgot the mirrors. Lincoln, can you run that last clip, please? How about that? Same bank, same camera angles, same action. I want you to see something. I want you to watch this. That's my friend Peyton. Watch what happens when he clears. Do you see this reflection? This is a reflection of Mr. Dunham, my friend who's now manager of the bank, and he's playing you in the recreation because he's where you said you were. You said you were behind the desk. But what happens here? Desk, desk, reflection, no reflection, no Arthur Tiller. Because, Mr. Tiller, you were not behind the desk, you were standing next to the desk. This was the greatest illusion of all. For 5 decades, the world believed that Mr. Tiller was behind his desk when in fact he was standing right in front of it.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Just hold on. You think you're so smart. If it happened like you said it did, I would still have had to get all that money out of there, surrounded by employees and cops, which would have been impossible.
Lincoln, would you be so good as to pull up that wonderful article from the newspaper about the town hero, Arthur Tiller? Mr. Tiller, you really are a very smart man. And I must admit that that confused both myself and Alex. But then she pointed out something very interesting. Alex?
According to the Farmer's Almanac, that day, September 19th, was unseasonably hot, 95 degrees. So as you can see in these photos, everyone is wearing short sleeves. Everybody except you, Mr. Tiller. So here's what I think happened. After the robbery, you asked to be alone after such a traumatic experience. But you didn't really need to collect yourself. You needed to strap the money to your body and cover it with your wool overcoat on a day when you could have just as easily worn a pair of shorts. Then you casually walked out of the bank. So that is how you, the infamous Uncle Donald, stole $350,000 from the Merchants National Bank on September 19th, 1972. This case is officially closed.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
You got your eyes set on the prize, but they always make you compromise. You got heavy weights on your heart, constantly holding this. You don't fall apart. Oh, but don't let it get to your head. Little darling, you're hanging on by a thread. Just forget about it and dance in the rain. Close your eyes and get your feet wet before you go insane. Oh, sometimes it's okay to turn off the
You're not going to want to leave without this.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, you know, that's funny. When this all started, Alex, you were obsessed with figuring out who Lucky Louie was. Now, heck, I guess it doesn't really matter, huh?
Look, I talked to the cops, and they said the statutes of limitations have run out. So there's nothing they can do to Arthur Tiller.
Well, maybe you'll finally get a good night's sleep.
Be nice to figure out who he was, though, you know?
Oh, I think a smart young lady like Alex knows who Lucky Louie is. Tell him.
It's not my place.
I am.
What?
I owe you all an apology. Please understand that I've tried very hard to live a life that would erase this afternoon forever. Pastor, I'm so sorry. No doubt this has been very shocking to you especially.
Not in the least. I've known for a very long time.
How's that possible?
Because Louie had the kindest eyes I'd seen in my entire life. There was no way I'd ever forget them. The minute you stepped into our church, I knew who you were.
You never turned me in.
Well, more and more, some Christians think it's their place to judge their fellow man. It's not. Our place is to live and love by example. I hope I've done that.
Am I the only one whose mind is blown here? No, I mean, come on. Yeah, seriously. It all makes sense now. You know, honestly, the things you did for us. But what I can't figure out is how 3 relatively smart former criminals couldn't figure this out in 20 years, but somehow you did.
It's a good question.
Well, I was telling Lincoln that I have this weird habit. When I meet someone new, I write a personality report on them. And one day I realized that my reports on Lucky Louie were identical to my notes on my new friend Wilbert here. Then at his house, I noticed he didn't officially join the police department until 1974, which was a full 2 years after the robbery. But what really sealed the deal was when we went to Wilbert's house to get his cat, and it led me to his bank robbery room. And on the walls, he had one column dedicated to Uncle Donald, one dedicated to Huey, one dedicated to Dewey, but no one column dedicated to Louie. And that's because, well, obviously he already knew who Louie was.
I had every confidence in you, Alex. I knew that you would free me from this awful secret, and to be honest, it's been very hard. And now, I have to tell the truth to everyone in this town. They should all know what I did.
Is that really necessary?
After I was so hard on Arthur Tiller.
Hold on, Wilbert. Arthur Tiller was the mastermind, and he was the only one who profited from this.
It doesn't make any difference. I'm still a sinner, and I really want to get this off my chest. I have to. May I speak to the congregation tomorrow?
Well, that was wonderful, the youth choir. Today's sermon is going to be a bit of a departure, but rest assured, it is rooted in Scripture. In his gospel, Luke reminds us that Jesus' last mortal act was to promise eternal salvation to the criminal crucified on his right. Wilbert.
Thank you, Pastor Mimi. It's nice to see so many familiar faces here this morning. Wouldn't it be nice if churches were this full every Sunday? I've learned a lot in my life, thanks to my job. But most of the lessons were learned years ago when I was young and mad at the world. I had no purpose. I had no faith. I thought I was owed something. So it's no surprise when an opportunity presented itself that I saw it as a chance to strike back at a world that had ignored me. It is with a very heavy heart today that I must inform you all that I was one of the men who robbed the Merchants National Bank in 1972. That day, I hid under a mask. Since then, I've hidden under my own shame. I had no hope after the robbery. And that is the exact moment that God finds you and guides you if you let him. It was his hand that led me to the police department and allowed me to do my best to live a life that would redeem the part of me that I'd lost. And I have truly tried to do just that. But the fact remains that I stand before you a sinner. And I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner, and I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner, and I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner and I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner and I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner and I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner and I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner and I ask for your forgiveness.
I stand before you a sinner and I ask for your forgiveness.
Mr. Tiller, we don't want any trouble here.
I've always been too scared to spend that money. And I'm sick and tired of looking at it. So now it's your problem.
Time will heal all your wounds. At least that's how they told me I would make it through. Close your eyes, try to fall asleep. Things will get better if you just wait patiently. No, I had to learn the hard way that time doesn't fill every void, that it takes more than thick skin and Sundays to feel the sign and live with his joy. So when God says don't look back, he's just saving your heart from that, from the hurt and the heartbreak, your scars tell a story, move on. And when God says don't look back, he's just saying you're more than that. You're made worthy an art piece, a beautiful harvest of gold, of gold. Find a little strength to dig a little deeper, find my faith, open my eyes, take a couple steps towards learning and knowing who my God is. So when God says don't look back, he's just saving your heart from that, from the hurt and the heartbreak, your scars tell a story, move on. And when God says don't look back, he's just saying you're more than that. You're made worthy an art piece, a beautiful harvest of gold. It takes new hearts, it takes new minds, it takes a new perspective, new words and new objectives. It takes a little fight, it takes a couple tries to find peace in the heartache. To say, God, you're all I need now. It takes new hearts, it takes new minds, it takes a new perspective, new words and new objectives. It takes a little fight, it takes a couple tries to find peace in the heartache. To say, God, you're all I need now. So when God says don't look back, He's just saving your heart from that, from the hurt and the heartbreak, your scars tell the story, move on. And when God says don't look back, He's just saying you're more than that. You're made worthy an art piece, a beautiful harvest of gold. And just move on, and just move on, and just move on. Just move on, just move on, just move on.